Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Yo! What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everyone? We're going to jump into the stream today. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is a wonderful, wonderful day. Arguably, I would argue, arguably, the greatest day of the week, right? What do you guys think? What's the greatest day of the week for you? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I think, quite frankly, I do think that Friday is the best day of the week. Why? Because it sets you up beautifully for the weekend. Okay? Now, let's talk some crypto. What's the outlook for crypto going into this weekend and going into what we should be expecting to be a pretty big week for crypto, right? We got the FOMC meeting coming up next week, all right? There's going to be a lot of talk around that, right? I'm already hearing it around my house right now. The FOMC meeting? What does that even mean? It's like the YMCA. We got the feeling that the FOMC. Tell me everything. FOMC? What the frig is that? Bob, you don't know what the FOMC meeting is? Come on, man. It's only the biggest event that's going to dump us. We're going to dump all the way back down to 17K next week. Just watch. Just watch, Bob. Okay? Just watch. What can we expect going into next week? That's what we're going to talk about today, all right? But seriously, guys, happy Friday. Bitcoin's coming back down a little bit. Nothing crazy yet. But let's talk about it. Let's discuss. Michael said M for M formation. You know it. What's going on, Keith? What's going on, Bad Boy? Jerome is going to hike your rates, Bob. He is going to hike your rates. That sounds very dirty, actually. Anyways, let's jump on in. So, on the member stream this morning, man, we've been killing it with the wedge formations. Come on. Let me know if you traded the wedge formation this morning. Let me know if you shorted this little move to the upside here for Bitcoin. But it played out very, very nicely again. Bitcoin has retraced back to the upside and is now looking to form a little bit of, quite possibly, it's infamous M formation at the top here that we'll discuss here. We talked about this rising wedge, played out to perfection, came all the way back down to the target at the lows of the wedge formation. Bada bing, bada boom. You gotta love when stuff actually plays out. It doesn't always, so when it does, hey, you gotta love it when it plays out, man. So what can we expect now? All right, let's start with our overall outlook. Okay. Basically, here's the thing. Here's what I'm watching for BTC, guys. We know we're right at resistance. Let me start with the daily time frame. We know we're still at resistance. We're still at the damn 50-day EMA, right? Look where we are, 50-day EMA. Let me actually get rid of this. I don't know why I'm on like HD. Holy moly. I was on like Ultra HD for some reason. I don't know, guys. By the way, smack up that like button for your boy. Appreciate you guys coming out on this pretty beautiful Friday, actually. It's not too hot out today, which is, it was hot out earlier, don't get me wrong, but right now it doesn't look like it's too hot, so, which is good. You guys don't hear the AC steaming in the background like the other day. You don't hear just the constant buzzing noise where all you pencil necks were complaining about. It was hilarious. No, you guys were killing me with the AC the other day, I will say. We came up to the 50 EMA, we've gotten rejected, man, all right? We're still in the bear flag. Nothing has changed. Every single other person I've been watching is saying that we're going to 28K. Every single other person that I look at is freaking bullish as hell. 28K, 28K, and 28K. That's all I hear. Relief rally, relief rally, relief rally. I have not been sold 1 second, and I'm still not sold, okay? And I'm even less sold than I was before, to be quite frank. But I guess that's to be expected. Every single time we seem to break out of this highs, everyone seems to get ultra bullish for some reason. Even though we've done the same thing 3 times before, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna bitch about that today, okay? But we're at the 50-day EMA, still at the bear flag. We know all the stuff we've been talking about, right? Our bear market resistance. We got 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches, and now we've tapped this twice on this next little rise up right here. All right, so. To me, nothing has changed. I mean, you did the same thing you've done consistently. So here we are. We're sitting right at resistance. We're coming back down to the downside. Who could have thought that was going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. Who could have thought that was going to happen, man? I have no idea. Mike Mackay said Jordan have a big spine. A big spine? I don't know about that. Hold up. Hold on, man. Let me take a sip of this. Yeah, even Jabba was a little bullish, man. I even saw Jabba in the corner being a little bullish. Ready? Let's see. Wow. I always short, but Bitcoin is actually looking a little bullish right now. It's looking a little bullish. No, I can't be bullish. I learned from the best. I learned from Savvy. I can't be bullish. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? No, Savvy, no, I'm sorry. Jabba, you cannot be bullish. I am Yoda, and you are my apprentice. You cannot be bullish. You must remain bearish. Now take your lightsaber. No, not that thing in your pants. No, not that thing in your pants, Jabba. I didn't mean by that lightsaber, okay? Take your lightsaber and remain bearish, okay? We are bearish, nothing has changed. Say it again, Jabba. Say it again. I'm bearish and nothing has changed. Thank you. Thank you, Jabba. Thank you. No, but we've been talking about the same thing over and over again, man. I mean, it is what it is. We're still right at resistance. Okay, going back to the short-term time frames, let's discuss what we can maybe expect here. All right, so we did break down from this wedge that we talked about this morning on the member stream. Shout out to all the members. Once again, let me know if you did short this little move here or you're kind of head on the sidelines. But like a lot of people said in the chat, man, the trend is your friend until the end. Okay, we've been bearish for the last 7 months. You got to assume, and this is why you guys love to troll me, and every time we go to the upside, you love to troll me. Oh, Jordan's bearish. Jordan's bearish. Well, there's a reason why I am, because the trend is your friend to the end. Okay, the trend is your friend until the end. Someday we'll break to the upside. That's why you have your hodl stack. Okay, but as far as you got to keep your bias bearish as long as the trend is bearish. You know what I mean? The trend is bearish. Okay, there's nothing else around that. Now, let's jump on into here. Right, we got a 15-minute vector candle to the downside here. So they moved it fast to the downside. The volume's tapering off. Look at the volume right now in the 15-minute time frame, guys. There is almost no volume coming in. Now, you could say a lot of that is the weekend. Okay, all right. Everyone's off Friday. It's the summertime. No one's trading. All right, everyone's. This is the Coinbase chart for some reason, but you could say that no one's trading right now. Okay, no one's trading. It is what it is. All right. What can we expect now? And I actually do think, once again, I do think that Bitcoin probably comes back up here, takes this red vector here, all right? So right now you are at some support. If you look down, you got a previous low coming in right here, and it seems like you bounced relatively off that level again. So wouldn't be surprised short term, you see Bitcoin rise up, take this red vector, probably retest the 50 EMA again, all right, over the course of the next couple hours, just to, once again, come back down to the downside, okay? It's the same thing on the hourly time frame. Look at the hourly time frame. You've broken the 50 EMA. You got this red vector that pushed you down with some volume down to the downside. You got your hourly stocks bottomed out. Wouldn't be surprised here, at least in the next couple hours, to see a little bit of upwards price action to come retest that level before you ultimately get rejected again. Okay, so that's my outlook. I don't really have any patterns right now per se. If I did have a pattern, I'd let you know. You guys know I've been loving the wedge formations lately. The wedge formations have been killing it. Right now, it's just a matter of, it's the weekend price action. What can we expect going to next week? Let me ask you guys in the chat. What do you guys think is going to happen next week? You guys think that Bitcoin's going to go back to the range? You guys think that Bitcoin's just going to crap sideways? You guys think Bitcoin's going to pump? Let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat. Looks like an M. Oh, it's a giant M formation, man. We'll go over that in just a second. We haven't even got to that time frame yet. You know what I'm saying? We haven't even got to that time frame yet. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Sort of the same thing. I mean, you can see that they pushed it down with some volume here. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised short term they bring it up. Now, here's the level I'm watching, man. Here's the big level I'm watching. Let me actually just get rid of this here. Okay? You guys can see that this is the trend, man. You guys see the trend? We came back down and tested once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And now you came back down and tested again. If Bitcoin breaks us on the 4-hour time frame, that's going to be deep and dirty, man, because then you're breaking that trend. Okay? You can see right here on this current 4-hour candle, you did come and test this. All right? So I'm watching that. You also got the 50 EMA coming in right around this range too. So the 2 main areas I'm watching on the 4-hour time frame is this upward sloping trend line right here and the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame right here. Okay? And also, I mean, to be fair, you have the previous highs, but they're all relatively in the same range. You guys can see all these kind of line up relatively in this range right here. All right, let me actually just mark this off green so you guys can see. This is the general area we want to hold here. If this general area breaks, we're going back into the oblivion. You know what I'm saying? John said, dump before the FOMC meeting and pump when they do 50 or 75. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I generally agree with that. That's what I think too. I think that we're going to dump back into the range. Okay. We're going to dump back into the range. Where we go, I mean, we'll talk about that coming up, but I think we're going to dump back into the range, right? You're going to have this, basically this going on. The FOMC meeting is coming up. Oh no. Oh no. I knew this was a fake pump. Oh, I bought that 24,500. What am I supposed to do? I bought the top. Well, we're back at 22K, so I'm selling now. I'm selling. The FOMC meeting is coming. It's coming. Okay, see you guys. See ya. Wait, yes. Retail and horse guy are scared of the FOMC meeting. Yes. We know they're going to be afraid. We knew this was going to happen. So what I want you to do is I want you to dump it hard. Dump it hard right now. And then as soon as the FOMC comes and they announce the 75 basis rate hike that everyone expects, I want you to pump it, and pump it like you've never done before. Pump it so hard that they think we're going to go up again, and then dump it again. Do it. Now. Dump it. What? Every YouTuber told me we were bullish. Every YouTuber. Lifer told me we were bullish. Frankie Candles told me we were bullish. BitBoy told me we were bullish. George told me we were bullish. Everyone said we were bullish. They all fell for the bull trap. No, this is ridiculous. I hate crypto. Crypto YouTubers suck. They suck. I'm out of here. All right, it's pretty much what I expect to happen for the most part. And then Bitcoin probably just bounces back into the range and we go sideways for a few months. We know how this works. All right, so besides the point, I mean, that's what I expect. Now, a couple things here. A couple things, man. And you guys might be saying, why are you talking about the bull trap? I mean, just keep it realistic, man. I'm not going to say it's impossible Bitcoin just comes back down, back test this high here, okay? Comes down, back test this high at about 21,500, all right? Back test that and continues up. I don't think that's terribly impossible. I think that's certainly doable, and it could just be a quick back test for continuation. But I'm just going based off what I've seen before, man. And if we go based off what we've seen before, which is basically we have the consolidation sideways, we have the little fake out to the upside before we dump, okay? We have the consolidation sideways, little fake out to the upside before we dump. Okay, I'm just going based off what we've seen. Consolidation sideways, little deviation to the upside, test the trend line before we dump. I mean, is it not just the same thing? Am I just an idiot here? Is anyone else seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I just an idiot that's not seeing anything else that anyone else is seeing in the charts? I don't know. I feel like I'm alone here. I feel like I'm alone, my guy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Waterfly? Appreciate that, my man. Yeah, we're so close to 69K subs, and I really want to hit that 69K number, man. You know why I want to hit that 69K number. So if you're new to the stream, which if you're coming into crypto right now, you're coming into crypto at the right time, my guys. All right. I applaud you for if you're new to crypto and you're coming in now. I applaud you for coming in now. You're coming in at the right time, and quite frankly, it's a lot better coming in now than when you're in a bull market. Okay, so. It might not seem like it. It might seem like doom and gloom, end of the world. But if you came in now and you're accumulating at any time from here until when we bottom, you're going to be very, very happy that you did. And you're going to be very happy you didn't come into crypto when we were at 50K, 60K, 69K in that. So I applaud you. You are a very intelligent person, my friend, if you came into crypto now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. Let's see. Let me see you guys say here. Full moon. Let me see what you guys said here. Let me see. 69K. Let's see. Jordan, if it keeps doing that, won't we eventually hit zero? We will. We will eventually hit zero. All in short. Let's see. LP said, wait, I didn't come in the right time then? I think most of us came into crypto during the bad time, man. Let's be honest. Most of us came into crypto looking horrible. When the pump was happening. Let's be honest. Most of us did. Okay, maybe in different times, but most of us did. What else we got? What else we got here? I actually a couple longer term charts I want to talk about today, guys. Just to go over some more macro stuff. Let me get rid of all this junk here. There's a bunch of junk. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all this. Where are all these boxes, man? What's this box? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, my friend. Shorts get wrecked. Oh, God. Oh, man. What was your last 100 XT? 100 XT? You're calling all your followers morons for subscribing so early? I mean, I will say this. I will say that people getting into crypto now are in a better position than people getting into crypto in 2021. Okay, I will say that. I think everyone can kind of agree with that statement, man. Listen, I got into crypto in 2017. Like, I'm not. I'm saying the same thing as I would say about you guys. Like, I'm not a smart. Listen, when I got into crypto, this was pretty much me. When I got into crypto, man, this was pretty much me. Hold on, let me find me in here. This was me. Which I actually look like this too. Look like a big fat Carl the Moon with no beard. Wow, look at these prices, man. Oh, look at XRP. It went from like 2 cents to $3. Holy God! Imagine if this went to $100. I'd be rich. Wow. Let me buy XRP at $3.07. Oh, yeah, this seems like a good time to buy. Wow. Here we go. Let me press the buy button here. There we go. Let me sign into Robinhood. Here we go. Robinhood. $3.07. Yes. Yes. Look at it's going to $3.30. Yes. I'm rich, bitch. Oh shit. Oh shit. Listen, I think we all got into crypto something like that, right? Let's be honest. All right. Anyways, let's get out of this. XRP, the lamest trash ever. I would say it's one of the most underperforming coins, but that's just me. That's just me, man. Let's continue on. So, what else we got? Let's talk about the weekly close, man. Everyone's talking about the 200-week moving average getting reclaimed. Look where we are now, man. This is how fast things can switch. You remember a couple days ago, everyone's saying the 200-week moving average looks like we're going to close back above it. Not so fast. You got to wait for the close, my friend. Okay? Looks like we've retraced a little bit of this, all right? And now we came right back down. Now we're sitting right back below the 200-week moving average, okay? So now we're finding resistance on that, all right? We'll see where we close the week. It's Friday. We still got all of Saturday. We still got all of Sunday. We still got everything to look at. But as of right now, we're still below it, all right? So nothing has really changed on that front, okay? Nothing has really changed. Hold on.
Nothing has
I
changed.
think that. What do you guys say in the chat, my man? Clint said, your goddamn AC is still loud in the background. Watch your own video, numbnuts. No way it's still loud, man. There's no way. The AC's not on, by the way. You're crazy, dude. You're gonna piss Maya off. You're gonna piss her off, man. She wants to fight you. Marty came out with the super chat. What's going on, Marty? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Marty. All right. Anyways, MTL Short said, eat the $1,700 bearish retest on fixed 50x long. Yeah, we'll talk about ETH coming up in just a second, man. Coming up in just a second. All right. Anyways, let's look at some longer term charts. So you guys know what I'm expecting short term, man. Right? We wouldn't even talk about this, but how many times do I have to say the same thing? All right. Look at where the daily is. Look at what's happening to the daily stock RSI. Look at all the times that's happened before this, the last 8 times, okay? I get it. Maybe 2 times is a coincidence. 8 times is a freaking trend, okay? Right here, you got the daily stocks crossing. You already started to dump. What'd you get right here? You got the daily stocks crossed. You dumped, okay? You got the daily stocks crossed right here. You dumped. Right? I don't want to do the same thing I've done every single day because, quite honestly, it is what it is. But actually, I watched a Savvy video earlier today, and he said something that's very, very true. Very, very true. I actually want to bring Savvy on because he said something that's very, very true that I want him to tell you guys. Hold on one second. What's going on, guys? It's Savvy. Thanks for Jordan for having me on his stream, man. I got to tell you guys. I gotta tell you guys, I love what Jordan's doing right now. He's sticking to his guns. Okay, he's not changing his TA on a daily, weekly time frame every single freaking day like these other freaking idiots. All right, just like me, he's sticking to his guns. Nothing has changed. Okay, so that's why I look at the same thing every single day for my stream, and that's why he does too. He's not bringing up these random shit that he's seeing. He's sticking to his guns. All right, don't be hating on my guy Jordan. Right? Don't be hating on him, man. All right, now, let's go look at some Elliott waves and Amazon fractals, all right? I'll be over on my channel. Subscribe to me, Crypto Savvy. I'll be out of here. See you guys. Thank you, Savvy. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. But anyways. I'm not going to go through all the iterations. Right here, you dumped. right? I'm not going to go every single iteration, man. I'm not. I am not. I think that's relatively meaningless. You've seen this like a million times. For all the new people out here, when you see the daily stocks cross, at least in the last couple months, all right, you've got to dump, okay? I'm just being real. You've got to dump. So take it for what it is. It is what it is. Show us the Amazon fractal. I don't know if you want to see the Amazon fractal, man. The Amazon fractal's not pretty. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Okay, no one wants to see that. So you got the daily stocks crossing. I'm still expecting you to go back down to the downside. At least coming. I'm honestly expecting us to come back down to the bottom of this bear flag, at the very, very least, back down to like the 20K level. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Pump song for 15 seconds. I'll be sad. Let's freaking do it, empty shorts. Let's get it, man. Holy moly, what's going on here? What's this? Holy majoli, man. Let's get out of here. What is going on with this? Whoa. Holy majoli. Get out of here, man. Pump song for 50 seconds. Let's go. I had to do it, man. He asked for it. I know it's not appropriate because we're not seeing a pump, but I had to do it, man. It's Friday. We got to potty a little bit. Muted for 15 seconds. Hopium. I guess a little bit. It's a little bit of hopium. Anyways, let's look at some longer term stuff, man. So I marked off some things here, okay? And this is just very basic shit. But I wanted to talk about a few things here on longer term time frames. Okay, so basically, I mapped out a little bit of a map. Okay, it's a very basic map. Okay, we're not doing anything. We're not searching for treasure here. Okay, we're not searching for treasure, but I mapped this out. So basically, this red line is the next halving event. We know that Bitcoin usually pumps near the next halving. We know this. Okay, if you've been in crypto for a while, you know this. If you don't, right before the halving, Bitcoin usually starts an uptrend. All right. So what I basically did is I mapped how far away from the previous highs that Bitcoin usually gets to at the next halving event. Okay, so basically what I basically did is I went back and I looked at the previous halving events, which are these red lines here, right? And this is very basic stuff, but I think we're getting to that point where we got to start looking at this stuff. Okay, day-to-day price action's great. I think we got to start looking at this stuff. And how far you were from the previous highs when you did cross the halving line, okay? You were typically about 50%. So right here, you were about 50% from the highs when the halving came in, okay? And it was the same thing actually right here during this time, which from this high to this high, you were about 50%. I mean, is it a coincidence? You were about 50% from the highs at the next halving. Okay, so if we look over here, what I basically did, and this is just a little bit of I guess statistical analysis based off 2 data points. So take it for what you will. Take it for what you will. Like I said, we're not searching for treasure here. Okay, if we take the previous high to the next halving, I took about 50% from that. That would put Bitcoin at about 34,200 if Bitcoin did the same thing that it did in the last 2 cycles. Okay. So take it for what you will. If it was to play out like the last 2 cycles, okay, you would expect Bitcoin to be at around 34,200 around April 8th of 2024. Now, that might sound daunting, or that might sound great to a lot of people. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Let me do a quick poll real quick. I think this brings up a great poll. At the next halving, do you think Bitcoin will be over or under 34K? Okay, at the next halving, do you think Bitcoin will be over or under 34K? I'm curious what you guys think, because we're getting to that point where we're in a bear market. Okay, we're actually, I mean, it seems like it's far away, but you got to remember, the beginning of 2021 was about the same point as where we are from the next halving event. I feel like the beginning of 2021 was literally yesterday. That time goes by super freaking quick. Okay? So if you don't think it does, it goes by freaking quick, man. Let me know in the chat. Where do you think? Some of you guys are saying 34K would be depressing if it was at 34K in April 8th, 2024, based off what we did the previous 2 times. Okay? Some of you guys are saying that would be depressing. I don't know. I don't know.
$34K in 2024? I got in crypto for huge gains. Not 34K in 2 years. The frig is this? I don't want to see a 50% gain in 2 years. This is ridiculous. I got in crypto for 100x memes, not Bitcoin. Christ, man. Mom, I need a new hobby. Crypto sucks. Yeah, can I start knitting like you? Yeah, I want to knit a meatloaf sweater. Yeah, a meatloaf sweater. Does that sound cool? No? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not brown?
No, but I'm Bob right now. To me, that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, and this is going off two data points, man. So you're not like, this is not like some like crazy friggin' statistical analysis. You're going off 2 points. So take it for what you will. I don't think that sounds too bad, if I'm going to be honest. Like, and the other thing I have on this chart is I marked off with a star, okay? I mean, it's a very, very fancy star. You got to admit. Come on, how fancy is the star down here? You got to admit. I also marked off where Bitcoin would go based off how low it went from the previous highs. If Bitcoin went down 85% from the previous highs, it would put Bitcoin down at 10K. Okay, this is not saying I think Bitcoin's going to go down to 10K. I think there's a probability that it does. I'm not going to rule anything out at this point. To be quite frank, I'm not going to rule Shiza out, zero out. Okay, so here's the thing. I know a lot of people think the bottom's in. If you think the bottom's in, great. Okay, from where you are right now, if you think that Bitcoin's going to range here for a little while, I mean, it's about a 50% gain over 2 years. You got to be happy with that, especially in what is typically a Bitcoin bear market time, right? Now, if it did go down to 10K, which it does in the previous markets, I think you got to be really happy with a 3.5x over the course of, say if we did bottom in November, which is a year from the highs, at 85% from the highs, which we typically do, I think you got to be pretty happy with a 3.5x from the bottom, which is what we usually do in bear markets. I would be pretty happy with that, right? If Bitcoin bottoms somewhere around 10K, right? I'm just doing a hypothetical. I'm not saying it's going to go to 10K, but if it does, I'd be happy with a 3.5x in the span of a year and a half, right? That sounds brutal, but you got to remember that's just Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does a 3.5x, what do you think altcoins do? Okay? So just remember that. Okay? Now, it's not just going to do this. It's not just going to dump straight down and come back up. If it does do that, it's going to be wiggly woo, up and down, craziness, all right, before that does happen. But this is what it would look like if it went through the previous bear cycle into the halving event, all right? So take that for what you will. 30 minutes to the daily close? Yeah, 30 minutes to the daily close. 30 minutes to the daily close, man. Palagic said we ain't in this for 3.5x. No. This is just from the market, the potential market bottom to the halving, okay? After the halving, you go up higher, typically, okay? This is just to the market cycle bottom to the halving, okay? That's a pretty good return, considering, I would say, you know? Let me see what you guys think in the chat. At the next halving, do you think Bitcoin will be over or under 34K? 73% of people say over. I think it depends on where we bottom. I do think it depends on where we bottom. If Bitcoin goes to 10K, I think 34K is a pretty realistic number to be at in April 2024. If Bitcoin's already at the bottom, I think 34K is a little bit underselling it. It depends on where we bottom, right? So, I guess that's a up for debate poll there, you know. Let's see. The rise to 23K right now, then dump. Let's freaking go. Let's check it out. Yeah, so yeah, we're getting that move up. JW, that's exactly what I actually expect to happen too. I'm expecting the rise up here. I already had it drawn actually. I'm expecting the rise up here on the 15-minute time frame, taking this red vector candle, probably just retesting the 50 EMA on the 15-minute, and then we're gonna start that weekend dump. In my personal opinion, I think it's. I mean, you guys, I haven't changed my opinion this whole freaking pump. Okay. You guys know my take. I've remained bearish, and I will continue to remain bearish. I don't mean to sound like savvy. It's just that everything I was looking at was not invalidated, you know? So, that's sort of what I'm predicting. You can see the volume is falling off a cliff right now. Look at the volume, man. And I know the volume's not everything, but when you see the volume fall off like this, look at that, man. This is some serious low volume. You haven't seen anything like this for this whole week. I mean, this whole week has been super high volume. Now it's just falling off a cliff. And it usually does mean a decent sized move is coming relatively soon. Okay? Now, is it going to be to the upside or downside? We'll find out. But this is sort of the philosophy I'm looking at for the 15-minute time frame. You know what I'm saying? Hamilton said, seems legit. All right, hold on. Hold up in the chat. Life said zero volume. Yeah, there's literally zero volume coming in. Literally zero. Let's see. Cody said it's Friday. That's true too. It's Friday. That's Friday. Teju said, Teju, come on, man. Keep it down. Keep it down. We don't need those vibes in here, my friend. Okay? Don't be saying these dirty things in the chat. Okay? I do not want to be coming out here and eating any. Okay? So don't be saying those things in the chat, okay? Please don't be. Please don't be, man. I beg you. I beg you, man. If you keep saying those things in the chat, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to freaking Camirand your ass, okay? I'm going to Camirand your ass. Hold on. Where is she? Excuse me? You want my son to eat shit? Teju, you better shut your mouth and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to ban your ass, okay? I have mod privileges and admin privileges on my son's stream. So you better not, I repeat, you better not mess with this girl right here. You better not mess with this girl, because I will come there and I will unmod you. I will ban you from the chat and you will eat shit if you want to come back in. Okay, Teju? Okay? Why do Karens clap? They need to they need to bring out their manliness. So they think clapping makes it more manly or makes them seem more aggressive, which it does. It's just annoying though. It's not like I'm scared aggressive. It's you just look annoying aggressive. Anyways, that's beside the point. Let's continue. So. Yeah, I mean, that's what I expect short term. You guys know the point, man. You guys know the point. Oh snap, she clapped. All right, anyways, let's jump on and back in here. Hey Nick became a member. What's going on? Hey Nick, good to see you, man. Thanks for becoming a member and joining the squad, my friend. We do member streams at 9:45 Monday to Friday, my friend. All right. Jack said you're so sexy when you're mad. Jack. All right, you were calling Karen sexy when she's mad. She's not sexy, man. She's not sexy. If you want a woman with the Karen hair, hey, you do you. Let me tell you this. If she's got the Karen hair now, just wait until she gets a little older, man. I will tell you that. I will definitely tell you that, my friend. All right. All right. Let's talk about some other things. So we talked about. A little bit of cycle stuff. I actually did this too. Now, take this for what you will, man. Like I said, it's Friday. I'm expecting, this is just me, man. I'm expecting some dumpage. As far as time frame wise, I'm expecting dumpage over the next 3 to 4 days. I would say up until the FOMC meeting, I'm expecting a little red. Me personally, can you have a couple 1 hour candles that you pump? Sure. But over the course of the next 3 to 4 days, I'm expecting red. Okay, but let's jump on in here. Let's jump on in here, man. Okay, let's look at the previous cycles. Now, I will state this again. For all the pencil necks in the back who are going to say, you can't compare this market to the last market. You can't compare. I understand that. We're just looking at on the stream because you do have some similarities. And the price action's not the same. If you look at the price action, it's not the same. But what I basically did is I took the 2 previous bear markets and overlaid them over the current price action. What you can find that's, I think, is a little bit interesting, though the price action hasn't been the same, I mean, you've kind of been squiggly wiggling. If you actually look, I mean, the general formation is more of the same, where you just kind of go down in this. I mean, if you take all the formations, you just kind of come down in this channel to the downside on all of them. And if you actually look at where the current price action is, I know people like to say you can't compare, which I generally agree, right? I mean, the economy is very different than the 2 previous bear markets. I'm not blind to that fact, and I certainly understand that. But if you look where Bitcoin's price action is, it's pretty much in the same spot. It's actually lower than the 2 previous bear markets, okay? Which is crazy to think because the volatility should be, in theory, be lower, but it hasn't been. It's actually been higher compared to the 2 previous bear markets up until this point. But if you look at what the current price action is, we're sitting right here. Look where 2018 where we were higher at this point. You look in 2014, we were higher at this point, right? Which I think is very interesting. Now, if we continue the trend, okay, we know where they both end up, okay? They both end up right around this, right around the 10K mark. We know where they both end up. Once again, I'm not saying we go down to 10K, but the trajectory's been relatively the same. Now, how do we get there? I mean, you can see it's all over the place. But I don't think how we get there is very important. It's a matter of, are we going to get there? Right? And I think that's what everyone's been wondering for the most part, And let me ask you guys in the chat again. Do you think that we're going to continue to follow this trajectory? You think Bitcoin's going to break out of this trajectory and start going back up to the upside? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let's see. Plus Jordan is the best. It's very true. Poop to poop, apples to apples. I guess poop to poop, apples to apples. Yes. Now, if I was to do like a simple little trend line, like, this was 2014, this was 2018. If we were to do a simple little trend line up like this, and we were to sort of say, all right, this bear market ended before this one, and it also ended higher than this one. If we were to say, the same type of deal, where maybe Bitcoin ends the bear market like right here. This is just random freaking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at previous cycles, man. I mean, I had a little fun with that today. I kind of played around with it. And if I have fun with some charts, I like to show you, okay? I don't like to show you everything that happens in this, and that's fun that happens in this place.
Look at Bitcoin, it's dumping! Melissa, we need to celebrate! Jordan's having fun with his charts. Let's have some fun, baby. You know my favorite music to play during this. Come on, come here, Melissa. No, turn around. No, don't worry. I'll lift up my fat. I'll lift it up. You know my favorite music. Let me turn it on. Okay, here we go.
That's Java's favorite music, man. Let's see. Clint said terrible analysis to compare what you just did. I would argue with that, Clint. I definitely would argue with that. We'll see if it plays out. Okay. I'm going to argue with you, Clint, a little bit. Okay. But the same point. If you take that, I mean, look at where, I mean, it comes back to that 14K level, and everyone's talking about 14K. 14K is that other level that everyone's talking about. And if you were to take something like this, you come up to this level, if Bitcoin has that one more dump down to 14K, it would kind of match up what we've seen before. So that's just a little something I was looking at as well. Let's go check on BTC. BTC is kind of struggling with the 20 EMA here, man. At least at the second, it's kind of struggling with the 20 EMA. Hashtag back fat. Let's see. The macro is worse than 2014 and 2018, so BTC can go lower than 10K. Yeah, I think we all get that, I Am Legend. I think we get that, my man. I think we know. Let's see. Lift up the... Let's see. I just hope it keeps going down so I can buy more. Interesting, Joe. It's a very interesting take. Interesting take, my friend. Let's see. So blurry. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Let me see. Banking on BTC doing the opposite of retail sentiment is stale. BTC will do the opposite of an opposite. The irony. It's very true, actually. It's very true. Though I will say right now, I mean, everyone and their mother got super euphoric. Every single person that I watched, every single YouTuber that I watched, every single one, okay? Every single one. I can't name one person that was expecting Bitcoin to go to like freaking 28K here, okay? Every single one. There was not one. Now, I'm not saying it still can't, okay? As long as you stay above like 21.6, which is basically this box right here. As long as you stay back above this, you could just retest. But every single one I was looking at, you know, up to like 28K. Still in the cards, but I thought that was relatively unrealistic for the times that we're in. But it is what it is. It is what it is, my friend. So I would say that going against the grain, we're going against the grain. It is what it is, man. You know? All right, let's see. BTC hovering at 200-week moving average. Yeah, it's literally just sitting at the 200-week moving average, man. And right now, it's right back below it. Everyone was getting hyped that it was back above. Would have been cool if we got back above, but right now we're just sitting right there. We're just sitting right there, you know? Let's see. If we go to 75K, we make a big W. If we go to 75K. That would be facts. Imagine making a big W at 75K. That would be nice. Now go into Ethereum. All right? Go into Ethereum. I know a lot of... I get the 1700 resistance. I get that, okay? I get that from a standpoint, because if you look left, we tested 1700, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I get the sentiment that we think it's going to go up and test that, okay? Because that's the biggest level on ETH. I would argue that's the biggest level on ETH in its entire chart right now, okay? Is that $1,700 level. You've used that as support so many times, so if you do come back up there, I'm expecting it to be some pretty big resistance. We didn't quite get there, though. We got to like 1643. So that begs to ask here. Does ETH get one more move to the upside to 1700? Now, if ETH is going to do that, we expect Bitcoin to move up again. Do I expect Bitcoin to move up again? I don't on a massive move. I do think Bitcoin can still get you know, your little rallies to the upside here and there. But in order for ETH to get to 1700, you're going to need Bitcoin to have a pretty good move to the upside too. Okay? Let's see. Gridden said, I'm all in. We gonna go down now? Oh, no, man. Gridden, where'd you buy? You bought these wicks? It's okay. We've all done it before. You know, we've all done it before. So it's tough. It's tough. Is ETH just going to dump from this level, or is it going to want to come up and test this first? That's the question everyone's asking now. I will say again, I've been saying the same thing. I hate saying the same thing every day. I think that's the worst part of streaming, man. Is kind of repeating yourself every day, you know. But sometimes you just got to do it because nothing's really changed on the charts. To be quite fair, your daily stock RSI crossed to the downside, and every single time you've got that cross to the downside, you've seen a big dump, right? Right here, you got that cross. Since then, it's been, you know, pretty much sideways, but it hasn't really played out convincingly yet. But I'm still expecting it to come down a little bit here. So. Same type of deal, like nothing's really changed. I do think it's going to come back down and take these vector candles down here, right? All the way back down to like the 1,200 to, you know, $1,300 levels. And same thing here, you got this vector candle to come back down and take. I still think it's going to come back down to these levels. You know, does it happen today, tomorrow? I think it's going to happen over the next 4 days, personally, if I had to take a stab at it. But hey, like I said, I'm just one guy up here. But I do think ETH is coming back down here in the next couple of days. I do. Let's see. BTC 1 month has blue vector. Dump at any time? Has it a blue vector? That's crazy, man. We can check that out for sure. We can check that out for sure. Now, the S&P, this played out almost to perfection, man. And if you've been watching this, hold on, let me bring up my guy here. Let me bring up my guy here real quick. Where is he? Where is he, man? Where is he? Come on, Becker. What's going on, guys? It's Alex Becker. I know I've been trolling all the bears. I've been absolutely trolling all the bears for the last couple of weeks. I've been telling you guys you're idiots for not buying. You're idiots for not buying. Well, now that Tesla sold, you're idiots for buying right now. All you little idiots are buying the tops when you had weeks, and I mean weeks, to buy at 1,800, 1,900, 20,000, okay? And you didn't buy down there. But all you guys came in and you stepped in and you bought right here on this yellow vector candle, because you're not as hot as me and you don't have as much brain cells as me, okay? Because all the other YouTubers told them we're going to a bull market right here, okay? And that's when you guys buy. When you had weeks to buy down here. And I'm selling on I'm using you as X liquidity right now. I'm selling all my crypto right here. I'm selling all of it. Why? Because I think we're going lower now. We lost the only narrative that Bitcoin had, which was big institutions getting in. Tesla sold 75% of their Bitcoin. Oh, that's the last narrative that we had, okay? So stop being idiots. Stop buying the tops. Start buying the bottoms. I'll be back, and I'll let you guys know when the next bottom's in. Peace. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex, man. Dr. Dickhead is here. Alex says the things that I want to say. He just says it in a very more straightforward way, if I'm going to be honest. He's only spitting facts, you know what I'm saying? We call that the beta male candle. Oh, God. All right. Anyways, let's jump back in here. Hold on. Let me refresh the camera. Oh, no, we're good. We're back. Let's see. Question for you. Jordan, how many trades? I haven't really been trading too much lately, man. I've been working on a side project. You know what I'm saying? Raw Food Writer said he right. He is right. It's just no one really has the balls to say what he says. Everyone likes to, kind of cherry coat everything. Is that the saying? Cherry coat everything? I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue. So the S&P played out perfectly. I mean, everything's kind of been playing out pretty perfectly lately. I got to give myself a little bit pat on the back. It doesn't always play out perfectly for me, but when it does, it's nice. S&P came right back up. Take this, ever since down here, we kind of said, all right, we got this gap here on the daily to the upside. We expect it to come back up, fill that gap. What did it do today? Came back up, fill the gap. And now we end the week with a red candle. Now, the question is going into next week. We got the FOMC coming out. We got the rate hike announcement coming out. What the frick is going to happen next week? I think that's what everyone's waiting for. I will say this on the S&P. We still got this daily gap down here. And I know gaps aren't everything. Gap. We're the gap boys. It is what it is. But if you look at what the S&P is forming now, which is just a big rising channel, okay, I do think it comes back down next week and comes back down and fills that gap just to bounce off this level again and then come back to the upside, okay? So take it for what you will. That was a little sloppy. Hold on. I expected to come back down, fill this, and then come back up to the upside next week, all right? So we'll see. I mean, it's been playing out pretty well, but it is what it is. Cherry coat? Yeah. Let's see. We like gaps. I guess we like gaps if they're to the upside. We like gaps to the upside. DXY, we're coming down a little bit. This has been a big reason why Bitcoin's got a little bit of a rally. If you notice when the DXY comes down, that's when Bitcoin has its rallies, right? I mean, when we get these little dips on the dollar, which is what we see every couple months, that's when Bitcoin has its rally. So we got a little dip on the DXY. Once again, I'm not going to get overly bearish on the DXY until this trend line breaks, which is the trend line we've pretty much been holding since Bitcoin was, this is back in since January. So we just been retracing to this. It is what it is. Could have come down a little bit more, sure, but I'm still expecting a bounce up to the upside at some point. At some point. Until this breaks, I got to remain relatively bullish on the dollar. Because it's just really the same. It's just you get retraces, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation. It is what it is, It is what it freaking is. Let's see. You mean sugar coat? True. What you guys drinking tonight, by the way? I got my Miller Lights. I saw someone in the beginning of the stream say, Jordan, I know you drink Keystone. I know I don't drink Keystone. And if you wanted to shit on me, okay, you should say I drink Natty Ice. What's the worst beer in your opinion? I think people would say, I would say Natty Ice, which is natural ice, is probably the worst in my personal opinion. But it is what it is. A fart is a fart. Let me see what you guys are saying. Maker's Mark. There you go, John. John's having a good night. I like it. Mike said whiskey. Squid said fart. Nice, Dion. Old Mud said John. Ultra. Awandi said, love you, Jordan. I love you too, Awandi. Kevin said red wine. I love it, Kevin. Enjoy your Friday, my man. Most One said wine. I love it. Timbo. Is that milk? Why are you drinking milk? I mean, I guess if you want to drink milk, do you. Interactive, it said alcohol throwing up. I'm on pure water. Nice. Thick bowl milk. That sounds kind of wrong, Dan. I do have to say. Jordan, so right. Yeah, I am right at Natty Ice. Natty Ice is like that beer that you got in college when you were just absolutely broke and you needed a 30 rack and you can go get some Natty Ice for $10. Those were the days. Here's the thing. You either got Natty Ice for $10 or you got a couple Four Locos for like $5. Back in the days, you could get a Four Loco for like, I think it was like $2.50 or something like that, and you'd be hammered off one Four Loco. Those are the days. If you were broke, that was your go-to, 100%. Was the Four Loco. Red Bull all day. Nice, dude. Nice. Look at Bitcoin doing its typical crab on the stream, man. You gotta love it. Any U.S. beer? That's true. Milwaukee's best. PBR. The best beer? I'm not like a beer connoisseur. I do like a couple from up north. I do like Sam Adams, I do have to say. I like Boston Lager, Sam Adams, and I like Sam Summer. I do like a lot of, and there's a couple local beers I liked up in Boston. There's what was it called, man? Shiza, man. What was it? I forget. But anyways, there was a few that I went to up there. The crab sucks. Yeah, the crab does suck, man. Trillium in Boston has tasty brews. I'm forgetting one of them, man. Shit. It's a popular one, too. It's on the top of my head. I can't think of it. Right now. Miller? The Pliny? How do I... I'm not going to answer that, Sergio. Yeah, Sam Adams. I like Sam Adams, man. Heineken's good. It is what it is. It does its job. Corona's really good too. I know a lot of people. Corona's hit or miss. Some people hate Corona. Some people like it. I like Corona with a lime. You got to put a lime in there though. It makes it so much better. You know. So much better. All right. Anyways, continue on. We got the daily close in 4 minutes. The stream's going by fast, man. Holy shit. It's 8 o'clock already? Holy moly, man. I feel like I just started. I've been rambling like a friggin' madman here. Like a friggin' madman. It's been absolutely nuts. It's been absolutely nuts, man.
Jordan, we want to see TA, not beer talk. We know we're dumping. Just keep saying we're dumping. You're doing a good job. If you want everyone to think you're smart, just keep saying you're dumping. Jordan, you're my favorite brother. You know that? Do you want a hug? Do you want a hug? You're so bearish. I love you. Bob just keeps bitching about Shiba, and you're so cute, Jordan. I love when you're bearish. Your cheeks get so red and rosy. Just keep saying we're dumping. You're doing a great job, okay? All right. See you guys.
I love when Java loves me. I don't want a hug, though. Don't come up here. Do not come up here. Oh, shit. This big ass is coming up here. No, Java, get away from me, man. I thought he was coming to get me. I hope not. I hope not. With salt. All right. Anyways, what else can we talk about, man? I touched on most of the things I wanted to talk about today. One other thing for like long-term charts we can talk about is, there's a couple different things, but don't worry about these trend lines. I was just looking at something today, just for myself. I'm looking at the 50 week moving average here. Okay, the 50-week moving average. So you can see right here, it's really been what's really kick-started any Bitcoin run is the 50-week moving average. Okay, I mean it doesn't like time the bottoms or anything, but I mean when you look, every single time you actually get back over the 50-week, or hold it as support, usually go on a very, very good run. Now, we're very, very... the problem we have right now is we're very, 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 very far removed from the 50-week moving average. Like, I think we're about a 50% pump. Whoops. We're about a 50% pump from the 50-week moving average. So we got a lot of... No, actually, sorry. An 80% move to the 50-week moving average. We got a lot of work to do to get there. Okay? But... what I will say is, I went back in the past and I looked at, when the 50-week moving average starts to curl down, it usually does mean that the bear market is relatively close to over. Doesn't mean that it's over, okay? It means that it's relatively close to over. Now, what I mean by that is, as I went back in like 2018, when it started to curl back over, you had one more big giant dump, 50%, and then it was over, right? You go back to 2014, it started to curl back over right here. You had one more big frickin' dump, and then it was over, okay? So if we could take anything from that, it did kind of already happen. This is why I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, was this the big dump, right? Because we really didn't get any relief rally in this point. You just kind of dumped from 47K straight to 17K. Is that the last dump? I'm still not convinced of that. I do think that right now I will continue to say, I do think any points, and I will say this consistently, man, any point below the 200-week moving average is a great long-term buy. Now, it could go lower. If you buy here at 22.6 because it's below the 200-week moving average and it drops to 10K, don't come at me. Okay, invest money you can afford to lose, or at least be able to hold in the red for a while. Okay, but I do think that anywhere below here is a fantastic buy. And when we get to the next halving event, which is in April of 2024, which usually you're about 50% from the highs, which would put us at 34K, you're not going to be mad at buying anything below 23K. Okay, quite frankly, I don't think you're going to be very mad. It's just a matter of, can you stomach your portfolio being down for an extended period of time? Can you stomach it? Most people can't. That's why most people aren't winners when the bear market's over. Okay, because most people cannot stomach 6 months, a year for your portfolio to be down. Most people can't stomach that. That's way too long. They rather take that money out, use it for other things. Most people use it for things they shouldn't, but it is what it is. To be quite frank, most people can't stomach that. If you can, I will continue to say, even though I'm bearish, I'm not going to act like I'm going to sit here and time the bottom, because I won't. Bitcoin's going to bottom, if it didn't already, at somewhere where I'm not going to say. Okay? It's going to. That's what it always does. So if you're accumulating, I'll continue to say, anywhere below the 200-week moving average is a great buy. Up here, I think you're a little extended. It is what it is. But I will say, man, keep your eye on the prize. These times are gonna pay off. These times are gonna pay off. You're just gonna be able to weather the storm. Okay, and that's really it. That's really it. I don't think it's over, and I don't think we're going into a bull market anytime soon. But if you can weather the storm, you're gonna absolutely kill it, and you're gonna be happy that you stuck around. All right. Michael said, then FOMO back in. Oh, Lord. Dude, bottom is in. It's not a question. I think it is a question. I definitely think it's a question. What are you guys saying in the chat, man? No one knows when the bottom's going to be in. That's facts. That's facts. So that's why I do think if, you know, at some point you got to get back in the market. If you're going to wait for the next year for the bottom to be in, I mean, you do you. I mean, at one point you're going to miss it because it's gonna bottom where you least expect it. It always does. So we'll find out, man. We'll find out. What's going on, Sergio? Yeah, I'm just spitting facts, man. I know a lot of people get it twisted, like, oh, Jordan's freaking bearish. I'm bearish on the. I'm bearish. I'm basically just talking day-to-day price action, right? I'm talking day-to-day price action, week-to-week price action. I'm not talking long-term, man. Okay, I'm still bullish as hell on crypto long-term. Okay, and I do think by at least 2024, everyone that sticks around right now is going to be freaking happy as hell that they stuck around. I still believe that. In the meantime, we got a little bit of a rocky road, though. Okay, we're going to have a rocky road. I think we're going to have big pump in between now and 2024. I think we're going to have big pumps to the upside, big dumps to the downside. I think you're going to see a good amount of volatility. By volatility, what do I mean by that? I think you're going to see, you know, quite honestly, I could see things like, you know, if you come back down here, you might make a little W, then you come back to the upside, maybe come to 30K, you freaking come back down, all the way back down here, make a double bottom, and then you start to come back up. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility in this range. There's going to be ways to make money here. It's just you got to do it the right way, all right? But, like I said earlier, man, Bitcoin usually ends up 50% from its highs at the halving event. So buying anywhere below 22K, in theory, based off previous times, you expect to be up about 50% by April 2024. Anything that you buy from here on out, okay, or here or lower, basically. So that's the thesis I'm going with, and that's just Bitcoin. That's not talking altcoins, man. If Bitcoin pumps 50%, we saw what altcoins can do. Matic did like a freaking 3x. ETH did like a 2x. Okay, you're gonna see big rallies from alts in that time too. It's just a matter of making sure you do it at the right decisions. You know. Clint said you're spinning George Hopium. Oh no, I'm not spinning George Hopium. I'm not spinning George Hopium. The difference between me, what I'm doing right now, is this. I'm basically saying, short term, you can see more rocky road for sure. The difference between me and George is I don't think it's over. I think we're going lower. This is basically what George will say. It's no knock on George. He does his thing. It is what it is. This is basically what George will say. I am George. We're all George. Guys, do you see Bitcoin today? Oh my God. Do you see these 4-hour candles right here? Bitcoin is building a strong base here at 22.5, and I do think Bitcoin is gonna go up from here, okay? Bitcoin has never been more bullish. The Bitcoin addresses are pumping up to a crazy amount right now, all-time highs. The tech dev fractal that we looked at says we're going to 200K, okay, in 2023, all right? We are freaking bullish right now. This is the strongest base that I've seen for Bitcoin, and we are not going back down, guys. We are never going below 20K again. We are going to the moon from here, okay? We are so freaking bullish right now. Tesla sold their Bitcoin. That is bullish, okay? We don't need Elon, okay? We're going up to the upside right now. The base is stronger than ever, okay? That's all I have to say, guys. Now let's do some Q&A. Let's do some Q&A. George, do you think that Bitcoin's going to go to 50K from here? Yes, I think Bitcoin will be at 50K in August, yes. George, when do you think the next all-time high will be? I think Bitcoin's going to break all-time highs this year. I think it's a very good chance Bitcoin breaks all-time highs this year. George, are you still DCAing into Luna? No, last time I DCA'd into Luna was like last week. All right. anyways. I'm just playing around. George has the right mindset. I knock George, but George has the good long-term mindset. George, though he's always bullish, during the next bull market, George will outpace about 95% of the people that are watching this stream right now. Why? Because he's just going to, I mean, I don't know what he actually does behind the scenes, but based off what he says, He just DCAs, he just hodls. He's gonna outperform about 95% of the people in here. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 here, right? All right, let's go back in here. Let's go back into the charts. All right, Bitcoin's trying to get a move back down. Is this gonna turn into a W reversal though? Okay, you might be looking at this and say Bitcoin's dumping right now. Bitcoin's dumping. Horse guy would look at this and say, "Oh my freaking god! Oh my god! Bitcoin is about to break support. I must go short. I am going short right now. What is this pattern? An upside down U? Is that the bot pattern Jordan has been talking about? I am going short. This is it. This is manipulation. I am going short right now." Pump it. Be careful for the W, man. So they bring it back down, right? But they got some volume coming in, man. So you're finally seeing a little bit of volume coming on this 15-minute candle. Are they going to push it back down before the lows, or are they just going to create a W pattern just to push it back up and then come back up and test the 50? Okay, just make sure you're not you're not being horse guy. Wait for confirmation. Okay, if Bitcoin does come back down and break these lows on a close, then we can start talking some lower prices. But until then, this could just turn into a W formation and continue back to the upside. All right. Now you got the 15-minute stocks that just topped out and crossed to the downside. So be careful there. Be very, very careful. If it breaks 22.5, which is, I think, the support that a lot of people are talking about, 22.5. The reason why a lot of people are talking about 22.5 is that was the wick on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, that was that previous high wick on the July 8th time frame. Now, I go based off closes. When it comes to support and resistance, I use closes. Closes are more important to me than wicks. But if you look at where you topped on July 8th on this daily candle, that was about 22,500. So a lot of people are watching that level. We'll see if we break it. Or if we just want to create a W to come back up. Is that the bar pattern? It could be the bar. Let's see. There she goes. There she goes again. Badger said, there she goes. There she goes again. Raw for real said, how do we short? Please, that's what I'm asking. If you have to ask how to short, don't short right now, man. Okay? If you have to ask how to short, don't be shorting right now. Okay? That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say, man. How can you short, though? You can use any exchange that's legal in your country. Or, that's oh my god, my ears, said John. Let's see. That's the one. What the hell is this? Naked HD's back. Oh god. Get out of here, Naked HD. BTC is gonna break your legs like the mafia collecting the chain. God. Clint, you and your friggin' jokes, man. You're gonna get out of here, Naked HD. I gotta ban Naked HD, man. Get out of here, bro. It's ridiculous. Naked HD's coming in. I think Bob's gonna click on the link.
Wow, what's this link? I needed some new content. What's this? Is that Java? I didn't know Java was on here. This is disgusting. What else is on here? What else is on here? What the heck is this? Oh my... Oh my god, what did I just see?
Oh, we know Bob clicked on the link, man. All right. And oh man, come on, boss! You banned him while I was taking a leak. Oh, Gord, man. Oh, Lord, man. All right. Anyways, man. What else we got? So we're just watching BTC short-term time frames here. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't see that. Oh God. Legion said, please, speaking for a friend, can we please go over 30K so he doesn't cry anymore? No, we want Jabba to cry, my friend. Oh, you want your friend to stop crying. Okay, I'll tell you this. Can I keep it real, man? Can I keep it real?
Rant alert.
If your friend bought over 30K and he's crying that Bitcoin's at 22K right now, you gotta tell him to man the frick up, man. If he can't handle that, he's not gonna last in any type of bull market. Because guess what? You might think that bull markets just go straight up. There's a lot of volatility in bull markets, man. You're gonna see 20%, 30% pullbacks. Okay? If your friend can't handle being down a little bit on their portfolio, they're not gonna last 2 seconds when the market starts going back up. He's gonna fall for every single dump. All right? So tell him to man the frick up, handle the volatility, because that's freaking crypto. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. I mean, tell him to man the frick up, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, and that goes to any asset. You know, or just if he can't handle it, just tell him to sell. I'm sure he'll do better in cash. You know, tell him it that way. Bob, do the charts. No, Bob, you don't want to see Bob do the TA. The TNA, as he says. He calls it the TNA. Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Let's see what we got. What is this at? New customers only. Limit 1 coupon per person. Free 256 gigabyte SSD. Nice, man. We're at 33 fear. Okay, so yesterday we were at 34, so people are a little bit more fearful than they were yesterday. Listen, I don't. The Fear and Greed Index to me is a little bit useless. If you want to use it, it is what it is. We've been in fear for the last. We've been extreme fear since. I mean, you can argue Bitcoin was an extreme fear since May. What did Bitcoin do since May? Let's go back and look. Since the start of May, Bitcoin went from 40K to 17K all the time where you were in extreme fear. So if you want to use extreme fear, go ahead. I don't know how well it's going to work for you, though. All right, Bitcoin's starting to rally back up. So that's why I said, man, Bitcoin was dumping. But I still think Bitcoin's got a little bit more up juice. And yes, I said the word up juice. Okay? A little bit more up juice in it to go a little bit higher here. Okay? So take it for what you will. HD hard drive, Google is listening. Google knows I'm a nerd. Google knows that I love computers. Okay? So yes, they are listening. They are. Very, 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 very carefully. Let's see. Just joined? Nice, dude. Vahid said member stream tomorrow. I didn't mean to sound like that. I'm like, member stream tomorrow? I want to do a friggin' member stream. I started my own channel. No one wants to be a member on my channel. I give the best TNA. Look at my TNA. Want to see mine? Let's go to Shiba. Look at mine. You bring this up. How do we even use TradingView? Here it is. Look at Shiba. Want to see my TNA? Let's go to the weekly. Look at Shiba. This is a huge W. Okay? I watch Tino too. I love Tino. Because he tells me happy days. Okay? Look at this giant W. Look at this. It looks like my mom's hair. But you have one hit, rise, second hit, and now you're going to get that second rise. This is bullish. Okay? Huge W pattern. Okay? It's going to break to the upside. Just watch, all you haters. Okay? If you guys want to join my Patreon, okay? My Patreon is better than Lifers. I only charge $99 a month for my Patreon, okay? So sign up for my Patreon if you want to see W patterns, all right? See you guys. All right. Anyways, let me get out of this, man. Let me get out of this. Yes, that was a joke. I don't think it's going to end up being a W pattern here, okay? Alpi said, Jordan, man, seriously, are you waiting for 30K to be bullish? Don't be the horse guy. Am I waiting for 30K to be bullish? No, I'm not waiting for 30K to be bullish. I'm waiting for anything to break. I'm waiting for the 50 EMA to break on a daily close. I'm waiting for the bear flag to break on a daily close. I'm waiting for the downtrend of resistance to break on a daily close. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to break back above the 200-week moving average on a close. Any of this shit. And you haven't done any of it yet. Okay? Now, if you start doing some of that stuff, okay, we'll start talking about higher prices. But there's a reason why I continue the same narrative every single stream, is because nothing has changed. We're still below all the levels that I look at. We're still in all the patterns that I look at. Okay? Nothing has changed. Next week's going to be a big week. If we get bullish action, if they come out with a 50 basis point rate hike this week, or I should say next week, and surprise everyone, maybe we see a little bit of move to the upside and we break some of these levels. Until then, as Savvy would say, I remain bearish. Thank you, man. All right, let's get off that. There we go. The list goes on. Huge W on Shiba Inu, tell everyone. True. Doesn't mean I'm not DCA. Like, it's... All right, you guys gotta understand, okay? I have a HODL portfolio, okay? What I say on stream does not mean that I'm trading and my portfolio actions are the same way that I'm looking on stream. You know why? Because I know I'm not going to be able to time the bottom. I'm not that dumb in thinking I'm going to be able to time the bottom. My analysis just goes based off what I see on the charts. Though I know I'm not going to time the bottom, so I keep my HODL portfolio. If Bitcoin wants to go on a bull run right now, that would be awesome. If Bitcoin wants to go on a 200K right now, that would be freaking awesome. But I tell you guys what I see on the charts. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm biased, like a lot of these other guys out there who are biased because they own crypto and they want the price to go up now, so they're going to tell you everything's bullish every single time you see a little bit of a rally to the upside. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to tell you guys how I see the charts. Do I believe in crypto long term? Yes. But I'm not going to sit here and freaking lie to you just to try to pump up my own bags. I'm not going to freaking do that, man. Okay? So when you watch people, be careful if they're bullish, because they're probably just bullish because they've been bullish the entire friggin' bear market and they just want the prices to go up because they're biased. Okay? I've been that guy before, and I'm not going to be that guy again. Okay? I've been that guy who was freaking bullish when it was clear that we were going back lower. Okay? I've been that guy. I'll take the L. Okay? Back through this consolidation right here. This consolidation right here. Okay? I was still a little bit hopeful that Bitcoin could pop back to the upside. Okay? We were in a clear bear flag. It was so obvious we were going back down to the downside, man. And I was blind. You know why? Because I was freaking biased and I wanted the price to go back to the upside. I'm not going to do that again. I am not going to freaking do that again. I'm going on a little bit of rant alert here because I'm just trying to keep it real, my man. All right? I'm just trying to keep it real. That's it. That's it. All right. Anyways, that's my rant alert right now, man.
Rant alert.
That's my rant alert. Boss said we're going to 200K. All right. Anyways. Man, it's delicious stuff. Jordan goes fishing like Savvy now. It's pretty clear. You know you are, guy. Thank you, Alpi. Thank you, Alpi. Now, Alpi, I love you, man. But I had to comment on that. Okay, I love you, Alpi. You've been watching my stream forever, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Clayton with the super sticker. Appreciate you, Clayton. Marty said, hope there is at least a middle cycle rally like 2019. I think there will be. You got the midterms. Everyone's saying that there could be a pump on the midterms to try to get people, you know, oh my God, they're doing a great. You guys know how that works with political stuff. I'm not gonna go into political stuff, but everyone's talking about that. I do think there will be, excuse me, a sort of a mid bear cycle run. But I've told you guys this before. Though I think that, you know, the halving event will be the catalyst like it always is, I do think it gets front run this time. So though we're talking about Bitcoin maybe being at 34K at the next halving, I think there's a chance that we can higher, because now the problem now is everyone knows that the halving is the catalyst. Okay, so the issue now is a lot of people will sit back and say, well, if the halving is the catalyst, why don't I just wait to buy Bitcoin and altcoins at the halving? Wouldn't that make sense? If everything always goes up after the halving, to minimize my risk in the short term, okay, why don't I just wait to the halving in April of 2024 to buy? That seems like a freaking given, right? I mean, think about that. That seems like the obvious play, is to wait to the next halving and buy exactly on the day of the halving. If you've done that the last couple times, You've been freaking, you literally killed it, man, you know? So why don't you just do that? And that's why I think this time is that people are more aware of the halving this time. They were last cycle too, but now you've got a lot more people in crypto, okay? And I do think it gets front run. I do think that you're going to see the cycle start in 2023, okay? Which is not that far away at this point. You're talking about 4 or 5 months from now. I do think that the big run-up is going to start in 2023 and not in 2024, okay? I do, because everyone knows that now, okay? Everyone knows that now. You know what I'm saying? Eric said herd mentality. Exactly. And that's why I think it's important to get in before, because I do think it's going to go up beforehand. Let's see. Most whales going to front run the halving, so that means I front run them. There you go, Bass. You know what's up, man. You know what's up. That's why I think it's important to have the hodl stack before the halving, okay? To be quite fair. Let's see. Horse guy is waiting for the FOMC. True. See what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, but most people will drop out of crypto in the meantime. Oh, facts, man. About 50% of the people you see in the chat right now will not be here in 2024. You might say no. Like everyone that's in the chat right now say, I'll be here in 2024. No, you won't. Half of you guys won't be here in 2024. Right? It might be for certain reasons. Right? You might change your life goals. Right? Different things might happen in life. You might get some other opportunity that you think is better than crypto. There might be you might just lose interest in crypto, right? You might give up on it. At least half, and I would even say more. I would probably say, I would honestly say about 75% of the people you see in the chat right now will not be here in 2024. Okay, that's. I mean, it doesn't sound like that's true, but it is. It is true. Okay, I might be ground in 2024. True. Flavio said, I promise I will be. And you might be saying, Jordan, that's crazy. But you got to understand, if everyone that's in crypto right now is still here in 2024, and we get closer to having, the issue with that is, it's not really how it works, you know? Because if you do what you do in every bear cycle, which is pretty much go sideways for a year at the bottom, or for at least a couple months to a year at the bottom, you know how many people are just going to lose interest in crypto? They're going to lose interest in stocks. They're just going to say, literally screw every investment. Every investment sucks. I'm just going to go spend my money somewhere else, okay? Or, I'm just going to keep my money in my savings account because there's no point investing in investments. They're going down, okay? And then people forget about it. And then guess when they start getting back in? When they start seeing the headlines. Bitcoin getting close back to all-time highs, okay? Ethereum merge leading to massive run up, right? Floki Inu, the new Shiba Inu question mark. That's when the herd starts coming back in because they lose interest before. So that's why it's important to get ahead of those freaking people, okay? Which I am pretty sure that I say 75% of you guys won't be here, but the people that are seriously into crypto, which are people that have been here for at least a year, I don't think are going anywhere. For the most part, unless something changes in your life. But, yeah, man, I mean, you got to get, that's when most people start coming back in. Mr. Knott said, bro, you're 100% right. I did witness that last cycle. Nice. Nice, dude. Then he said, that's why I think it'll stay here for a bit. Yeah. I don't think it's really going, I've told you guys this the whole time, like, I'm not going to let little green candles freaking get me super FOMO-y, okay? I'm not going to let a couple green candles think we're going to freaking 30K. I don't think we're going up that high right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. Right? I do think that we probably, I mean, if I had to guess what happens over the next couple months, I think it's more likely that we range between about, 15K and 25K for the next couple months. All right? Where you see huge, maybe you get a little rise and then you see some bad news come out and you dump right back down to the bottom. And then, people think, oh, the bottom's in again. This is the cycle bottom, and it starts going up a little bit again. You get some bad news, you come back down. And you sort of just range. You range. Okay? You range. That's what I sort of expect to happen. I know that's super boring outlook. And I know people want excitement and all this stuff. But I do think that what's the most likely scenario is you stay in this, like, you could go a little bit lower. I'm just going to extend it to like 15K. I do think you stay in this range for quite a freaking while. I do. You could make a little bit lower low here in the meantime, and I mean you could. I mean, everyone's talking about 10K. I still think 10K is possible. I don't think 10K is likely, but I think it's possible. I will say that. But I do think staying in this range is the most likely scenario in my opinion. Sounds like alt season. It could be alt season, you know? Could be. Let's see. That's big plays, 15 and 25K. It's big plays, man. Jordan pumping alt season. Hey, man, alt season will be here. I'm excited for everyone who sticks around, man, because I will say this. Anyone who's buying alts, I mean, I'll just say it, man. Like, I do think alts will go lower. I think a lot of alts will go significantly lower than they are now. But I think anyone that's buying alts from this time period to the bottom is going to be freaking swimming, man. I do. I do. Because, I mean, this is a dumb way to look at the market. Obviously, it's not apples to apples, oranges to oranges. But even the high caps, man. I mean, Sol to get back to its all-time highs. I mean, you're talking about a freaking 6x just for Sol to just get back to its all-time highs. And I still think Sol's going lower, man. You know? I mean, look at any of them, man. Uniswap, which has been going nuts. Uniswap to get back to all-time highs just from this point. You talk about an 8x from these levels. This is not like analysis. This is just me spitballing here. Okay? Matic to get back to all-time highs, which has been going nuts. Matic's already done a 3x from the bottom. Even Matic, who's already done a 3x from the bottom, still you're looking at about a 4x to get back to the highs. Right? And that might not sound like a lot, but you got to remember these are high cap alts. Okay? A to get back all-time highs. You're talking about an 8x. Okay? AVAX to get back to all-time highs. You're talking a freaking, you're talking a 7x or 6x. I mean, listen, man. Still think that I think Bitcoin's going to range, but I still think alts go lower in the meantime. But I do think from this point out, I do think anyone who's accumulating alts is going to be freaking swimming, man. I do. Let's see. Stacking Gala, Mana, Sol, and Cody. Nice, dude. Sol might never get up to its all-time high, though. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's certainly a possibility. I don't want to say it's a guaranteed that alts get back to all-time high. I'm just basing off what's happened in the past. You know? That's all we have to look at. Cardano going to 10 cents? Sure. Make it happen, man. If Cardano goes to 10 cents, it's a 30x to get back to its highs. I'll take that all day. Holding 2.0 billion Shiba. Nice. Am I looking at any micro caps? Super micro caps? Not really. I'm not really a micro cap guy, man. Listen, like, here's the thing with that. With the super low caps, I'm not terribly worried. Because here's the thing with the low caps, man. I'm not terribly worried about getting in at the absolute bottom on low caps. You know why? Because low caps are low caps for a reason. For the super low caps that I'm interested in, I'll probably wait. I'm going to wait on those for at least a little while. Because the problem with the low caps is if the Bitcoin gets a beating, those low caps are going to drop significantly lower, right? That's obviously an if. And I'm not terribly worried about picking the exact bottom on the low caps, because you got to understand, man, in a crypto cycle, it blows your mind every single freaking time. And I don't think we have too many more of them left. And I will say this. I will say this, and this was something I was thinking about the other day. Everyone's so certain that Bitcoin's just going to keep having these massive bull cycles every 4 years. What if it doesn't? And I always think about this every day. I don't see one crypto person talking about the possibility, except Savvy. Savvy's the only one, and I gotta give Savvy a little bit of credit for being a little bit of a contrarian. I'll give him a little bit of credit. every single crypto YouTuber, including myself, just kind of expects Bitcoin to go on this massive run every 4 years. How many more of it does it have left? You know, you're gonna drop some caps. In a little bit, Drew. I'm not interested in low caps in this current market environment at the moment. But as we start getting closer to when I think Bitcoin's really going to start going back to the upside, which I don't think is now, that's when I'm going to start getting into some low altcoins below 100 on CoinMarketCap. You know, in the meantime, this time 5-year cycle, interesting. Willie Woo says that as well. Interesting, man. In the meantime, I'm just going to stick to my main guns, man, which Bitcoin, ETH, mainly those at the moment. But I will stack some Matic. I will stack some Solana. I will stack some Cardano. I will stack some Chainlink. I will stack some Gala. I do like Gala. Let me see what else we got, man. You guys know the ones. I want to increase my BNB for sure. I'm a little bit underexposed on BNB, and I want more BNB. So definitely BNB. Mainly the high caps, man. I like most of the high caps. DOT. I want a lot of exposure to the top 15. But as we get closer to, really 2023, that's when I'll start going into lower caps for the more risky plays. Right now I'm not interested in those plays at the moment. Let's see. Bitcoin worst investment because lowest upside potential. I disagree with that. I disagree with that, man. The reason why I disagree with that is because you don't know at any point crypto regulation can come in and absolutely smack any altcoin that you own to zero. You know what I mean? So I will say I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist whatsoever. You guys know that. But I do think that there is risk to holding alts. Obviously. Obviously. Bitcoin, there's risk to hold in Bitcoin too, but it's not as high as altcoins in my opinion. What's up, MC? Have a good weekend, my man. I'm just sort of chilling on this Friday night, man. It's a nice chillaxing stream today. I want to make bank, said Knucklebuster. I think we all want to make bank, my friend. Not if you 100x BTC. BTC is moving. Yeah, all right. Finally, we got some price action, man. Here we go. All right, so we're getting that move up, right? The price action's been sort of predictable the last like 4 days, which we know Bitcoin's not always predictable, but it's been pretty predictable lately. There's going to be a point where it's just going to not do something predictable, which right now for me would just be pumping to the upside like crazy. But right now it is getting that move to the upside. We did say I do think it's likely we get a move to the upside here. You had this 15-minute vector candle. You're coming back up to take that vector. Still think it comes back up and tests this 50 EMA right here. Let's see. Gold got the same heat. Facts. Woohoo, price action. But yeah, so we're getting a little move to the upside. It's same thing in the hourly time frame, right? You got your 1 hour vector candle coming up and taking it, seeing what you want to do from there. 4 hour coming back up and take that 4 hour vector candle. All this to me is just a little retrace before I do think that we're gonna see a red. Okay, you can have little rallies on these couple 4 hour candles, 1 hour candles, but I do think the next four or so days before the FOMC is going to be red candles, man. Let me see. Grinnan said, tell 17-year-old me that I would be excited about green bars moving on a phone. And I would have said you're crazy. Nice. Me too, man. I mean, that's crazy. You know what? You know what's funny? The first time I got, this is a little story time, I guess. The first time I got into crypto, it's because of my friend. Basically, I was at a bar, and he had his phone, and he had, it's funny enough, he had Robinhood on his phone, right? And I was watching him, and I didn't really know too much about really investing or anything back then, and he had Robinhood up, and he was just staring at the chart, which at the time it was the Bitcoin chart, and he's like, dude, I don't know what to do, man. And he was making some money in crypto because that was during the 17 market. It was towards the end of it, which he ended up getting wrecked. Which I think most people did at the top there, to be quite fair. Me included a little bit. And he's like, dude, you got to be getting into crypto, man. Like, it's crazy. And I was looking at the phone, and it was like green candle after green candle after green candle. It was like nonstop. He was like, dude, this is like printing money. I think this is how everyone's getting into crypto, right? You have your friend who's like, dude, you got into crypto. It's like printing money, man. It's like free money. I get into crypto, and the first thing I bought was XRP. And that you guys know that didn't end very well for me. A couple days, it went up for a couple days. Actually, not even a couple days. I don't even think it was a couple days, and then it just dropped right down to the downside. You know? So, I guess that was a little bit of a story there. A little bit of a story. I'm firing up a fat one. Nice. Oh shit! Hold on, man. Sorry, I had to take a big sip of water. Does your guy's mouth ever get so dry? Does your mouth ever get so dry where you're like, holy shit, man? Like, I can't even breathe. Sometimes my throat just gets so dry, and it's like, and I drink so much water, man. You see this jug? You see this jug right here? This jug was full today. I got this not even first thing in the morning. I got this probably around about 8 a.m. Okay, I drank some other water before that. Okay, hold up. Oh, I'm dropping it. I drank this whole jug today, and my mouth was still dry. It's crazy, man. That's how humid and like sweaty that I am all day. Okay, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
My birthday. I turned 35.
Nuts.
Can we get the
Boss got the cotton mouth.
on the fact my age can't go down. I've been drinking, so don't mind me. I do watch your stream like every day, and I do have to say you make stuff very enjoyable.
Let me see. Jacob, what's going on, man? Jacob Cade. Coming in, man. It's your birthday today? You're coming in with a $50 super chat on your birthday. That's what you're doing today? Happy Friday, my man. That's crazy. Drew said I drink 2 drugs a day. You drink 2 gallons a day? Oh my lord, man. I drink 1 gallon a day, and I feel like I drink too much water. You drink 2 gallons a day? Oh my lord. That's nuts, man. He said I turned 35. Nice job, man. It's a great age. It's a great age. I'm super bullish on the fact that my age can't go down. I'm super bullish. You found support on your age. You found support at 35 years old. That's great, man. That's great. You got a W pattern on the 35-year-old. I love it. I've been drinking, so don't mind me. I do. I love when people say that. If someone says I've been drinking, that so don't mind me, or sorry, I've been drinking. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. I do watch your stream like every day, and I do have to say you make TA very enjoyable. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate you for hanging out, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for hanging out, man. You're the best, man. On that note, happy birthday, Jacob. We'll play the pump song. I'm probably going to end the stream, guys, all right? So, take it easy, my friends. Have a great Friday. I'm going to go enjoy my night, and hope you guys do too, right? We'll see what happens for BTC. Like I said, I do think it's going to go down over the course of the next couple of days, so keep that in mind. It is what it is, right? We got big news coming out next week. I will do a member stream tomorrow morning, okay? You might be saying, Jordan, you're going to do the member stream? I'm going to do the member stream tomorrow morning, okay? I'm not going to promise a time. It'll probably be somewhere between 9 and 10, okay? I'll say somewhere between 9 and 10. And you guys are like, that means it's going to be at 10:15. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for the members. Shout out to you guys. Happy birthday to my guy there. We're going to play the pump song as we go. Have a fantastic night, guys. Don't do everything to do. Don't panic, sell your crypto. Most of all, don't panic, sell your crypto. But don't be afraid to take profits on these pumps, okay? You can't go broke taking profits. Make sure you pay yourself. All right? Adios, my friends. See everyone else on Monday morning for the market open. I'll see the members tomorrow. Somewhere in the morning. All right, somewhere in the morning. No promises. All right, see you guys. Peace. Happy birthday, my bad. Let's go. Later, boys. And now for the awkward little time where I find the M stream button. You know how it works. See you guys.